If you've got a bug out bag that you're keeping in your car at all times, you should actually be using a lot of the food and other supplies in there due to rotation, and which I've been doing lately because I've been doing a lot more doubles at work. I get off late at night, have to be in the following morning, and sometimes my break is less than 8 hours. Because I live well over an hour from work, it's just too inconvenient for me to drive home, get my stuff ready for the next day, turn around and come back. That cuts out 2.5 hours of sleep time I could be getting. So I spend the night in the car. And I've gone through my supplies and my bug out bag and realized I'm getting fed up with crackers and protein bars and all that crap. So this is what I'm going to be doing. These Patriot Pantry freeze-dried foods last up to 25 years, but each bag makes 4 servings. I don't need that. I'm going to cut all these down into 1-cup servings and make myself some little dinners inside these Mylar bags. Now I've taken this blue ribbon creamy chicken and rice and I dumped it into a bowl because it's mostly powder and rice. I don't want to end up trying to pour it from the bag and getting too much rice in one pouch and too much powder in the other. So I'm just going to simply mix it up, scoop it out of the half a cup at a time, and pour them into 4 of these Mylar bags until I've got equal amounts into all 4, and then I'll reseal them. Now I've split these into 4 meals now, and if you notice, I've got a lot of information written on here. I've got what's in the bag, when I packed it, and how much water to add. Because each one of these packets went just a bit over a half a cup of the food, I put 1+ cup. It means a little extra water. And I also make myself a note up here to remove the oxygen packs that I've placed in here as well. So keep that with me. If I got to do another double, can't run out and get anything to eat, then I've got it right there in my backpack. Now, regardless if I'm stuck at work on a double shift or have to spend the night on the job in order to make it to work the next morning, or if something happens and I'm having to walk back home, I've got full meals. These are an example of one day. I've got grits if I want it, powdered milk, cereal. For lunch, I can either have potato soup or the creamy chicken and rice, and then have the other for dinner. And I also have snacks throughout the day. And one great thing about these Mylar bags is that I can boil water in my pot, pour it directly into the bags that need it, and eat directly from the bag. That way I don't mess up my pot by having to pour the contents into it and then trying to figure out how to clean it out. Although I've been prepping for well over 2 decades, I practice what I preach, and I come on here and try to teach what I know. I do inform everyone that I don't know everything. Some of my information may be outdated, and don't do something just because Will at Work said to do it that way. Do the research yourself as well. It's kind of like the videos I did here recently about all the stored food that I've got going on here. I don't know everything there is about storing food, even though I've been doing it for 2 decades, so there are different accounts I follow on TikTok that can teach me how to do certain things. And this is one account here. She is the guru, India Ruiz. I hope that's how you pronounce it, India. She's a master when it comes to storing food, especially in the Mylar bags here. And after watching my videos from yesterday, these are some of the comments that she has made on my packing here. I don't know why, Indy. I've watched your videos. I've seen you say it a dozen times, but never put oxygen absorbers into dried milk, which I did, and I will end up taking the oxygen absorbers out of there. She also mentioned and reminded me that there are raisins in the cereal, which means, of course, since I've taken them out of the box, put them in here, that they're probably not going to last long. So what I've done is I've looked at the box it came out of, and it says they're good until December of 2021. So I'm going to remark these packages, just add on there to eat by December 2021 before the raisins go bad in there. But this is what my account is about. I try to teach, but I also have to learn as well. And if you see that I need to make adjustments for something, don't hesitate to let me know. All right, folks, it's lunchtime. Here's one of the packets I made today, the creamy chicken rice. Aside right there for now. rocket. Love this thing. I've had it for a couple of years now and use it all the time. One of the things I keep in my backpack that when I'm here in the shipyard, I can bring right up in the crane with me. Alright. Do a little turn, and it has its own igniter. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. And we'll add 1 cup of water, if you recall. That's what we had, 1 cup of water. And the pot I'm using has the measurements on the inside here. So I know just what to add. And there we go, 8 ounces. Get a better look at it right here. We'll crank it up and wait for it to boil. The water's starting to get little bubbles in there. I'm not going to bring it to a rapid boil since I've got to pour it in the packet itself, and I'm going to be handling the packet. So we'll turn off our stove here. Just slide this over a little bit. Packet here. And we'll just transfer the hot water into the packet. That way I don't have to worry about getting my pot dirty and then having to turn around and wash it and clean it out. Just a tiny bit of 8 ounces of water in there. Let's turn around this way so you can see. I'm going to seal the top back up and just shake it around for a while. Now, one thing I did make a mistake on is I didn't look and see how long I need to keep it in the hot water before it's ready. So I'll leave it in here for about 3 minutes and then we'll check it. One small thing I missed when I was packaging this, I should have looked on the back and see how long that it needed to stay in the hot water to cook. I said we'll give it 3 minutes, it actually took 10. But I've got a nice little meal here, and I took it out of the freeze-dried food that I had for a family of 4 and made individual packets so that it'll last longer. Spread it out between my bug-out bag, the trunk of my car, and my bag I carry around here to the shipyard. So last night, TikTok took down a video I had put up from me cooking in Mylar bags. Said it was a dangerous act. I went to a frenzy, wrote them an nasty note. They put the video back up. Well, then it kind of clicked today when Short Rib here sent me this comment. Isn't it dangerous or the bag would burst? And I see what the confusing was. May have been on my part, didn't explain myself. But normally, yes, Short Rib, you put boiling steam in the water in the bag and seal it, the expansion probably would have made it burst open. But in the videos, I mentioned that I wasn't allowing the water to get to a boiling point. I only allowed the water to start getting bubbles at the bottom. And that's normally around 160 to 170 degrees. And as I mentioned in the video, that's why I was keeping it at that temperature, since I would be handling it. So hope that answers your questions, and hopefully next time I'll have a better description of what I'm doing. Have a great day.